yourselves.
First, fast, accurate with Jennifer Copeland and Rick Shutt. You're watching WSBT-22 News at 5.
Kids might be most at risk. That's the word from experts tonight on that massive Anthem data breach.
Now, the company says it's too soon to know how many of its 80 million customer records were compromised by hackers. WSBT-22's Kelly Stepsinski found some ways that you can protect yourself right now if you're an Anthem customer. And Kelly, the key here is to act quickly.
Cybercrimes experts say it's a very good idea to sign up for something called a credit freeze. It's also called a security freeze, and it makes it more difficult for identity thieves to open new accounts in your name. And it could be a good peace of mind for you and your family. When Melissa Locke checked her email this morning and saw this,
well, when it's out of your control,
she instantly felt panic.
We take our measures in-house to protect data, and then we trust others to protect our employees' data.
Locke is a human resources director for Schurz Communications, WSBT's parent company. Schurz has properties in several states, including Kansas, Alaska, and Florida. And a health insurance data breach, including names, birth dates, social security numbers, addresses, and income data, is an HR nightmare.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It hits home.
And experts say Locke's 9 and 11-year-old kids are more at risk than she is for undetected identity theft.
Kids' information out there can be used to open accounts in the child's name, to apply for government benefits in the child's name.
And even worse, cybercrimes expert Eric Tamashasky says you might not find out your kids are victims until it's too late.
It's really challenging for adults to unwind the problem that you get with identity theft. Imagine what happens if the kid's 8 or 10. By the time they figure it out, it could be years and years. They may start to go into collections on a 12-year-old before anybody knows anything bad has happened.
The Federal Trade Commission says putting a freeze on your and your kids' credit reports is a good way to fight mega data breaches like the one that happened at Anthem. Here's how it works. You sign up for a freeze and restrict access to your credit report. Most creditors need to see that report before they approve a new account. If they can't see your file, they may not extend the credit to identity thieves. And if you live in Indiana, you can get one of these freezes for free as long as you want to keep it, and you can temporarily lift it at any time. In Michigan, it is free for people who are identity theft victims, but everyone else has to pay $30 if you live in Michigan.
But it's important to point out that you have to contact 3 credit agencies to do that freeze.
Right, and they're listed here on the Attorney General's website: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. And this is information from the AG's office. You should also write down your login and password, the AG says, putting it in a safe place so you can look back on it if you ever want to lift the freeze.
So now if you're trying to do the freeze, what about if you're buying a car right now or you're trying to get a home mortgage? What does that mean for your credit?
Yes, very good question. And when you lift it, it doesn't punish you at all. There are no penalties. This is strictly to keep the bad guys out of your credit information, and your kids too. Such an important way to protect yourself in this kind of a situation.
You have Anthem, act quickly, that's for sure.
That's right, and we have it on our website too. So you go to WSBT page, click on this story, and then if you scroll down all the way to the end of the story, I've linked it there. So if you want to get these links and find out how you can help this, happen for yourself, yep, right there at the bottom of the story.
All right, Kelly, thanks so much. Well, the federal government